lockdown workshop. 2 for 1 today, so I'll probably not upload these together. Might stagger them because I haven't worked out how the algorithm works, but I think I need to have a backlog of stuff to keep bringing up. That's interesting. I've never seen anybody use one of them before to pull that out. Right, what are we doing today anyway? We've done the door handle on the BMW, and now we are going to put some nice plates. I'm wandering around with you. We've got some nice instructions. I will go and show you the other side and show you what the problem is. This side, this is our motorhome. Quite a dinky little Swift Rio based on a Fiat Ducato light goods vehicle chassis. We had visitors the other night, so for those of you who don't know, we used to have a tranny van, and the way you steal these is you smack up there, you stick your screwdriver in, you wriggle it around until you hit the back of the lock that triggers the unlock mechanism. It unlocks the car, turns the alarm off, and then they've got access to the ODB2 and the alarm's not going off. So they've had a good smack at it. It's dinted the bodywork a bit, but either they've got disturbed or they've not got in. So time to take evasive action. All the way back round here again. So for about 60 quid you can get a kit, and it puts a stainless steel plate behind there to stop you getting the screwdriver through. But even to stop them prising it up or drilling it, there's another plate on the other side as well that stops them hooking round to get to the actual mechanism, and the thing's glued down. So it's a deterrent, because that's all you can do. I mean, we have a boot on this, we have a steering lock on this, we have a pedal lock on this. The seats are turned round and locked down, so you can't physically drive in yet. They still try to steal it. So there's only so much you can do. If they want to steal it, they'll steal it. But there's other security in here as well that hopefully would help us deter them longer. But that's all you can do, really. So we cover up some of that mess they've made and make it a little less vulnerable. We're going to stick this on. So I'll just set you up, and then we'll get in there. You get quite a decent kit as well. You get some good instructions on laminated sheets. You get the outer door panels in stainless steel, and you get these I think they're stainless steel inner panels. If they're not stainless steel, they're certainly galvanized or coated. They look like stainless. They're light enough to be stainless. And there's a tube of sealant round there that goes round the back of it to stop moisture and stop them from peeling it back as well. So we will do this side first, and then we'll do the other side. They give you plenty of instructions on how to take off the door cards. I've had part of this door card off already. I've had the top bit off before to do something on the other side. Oh, get the driver's mirror off to replace the temperature gauge. Anyway, right, stand you somewhere. Hopefully you can see that. Boom. Right, we've got the tools. It said I need a flat Phillips, the 10mm, the 30 Torx, some various extension leads, and I did notice, even though they don't say they need it, that there's some kind of panel puller. So I've got my panel pulling kit and my pry bars and things. So let's just get rid of some of these. That's answered that question. We didn't know whether the inflator was still in here. Obviously it is. So let me just chuck these out of the way. Don't need them. So we need to get this off first. It looks like it needs some torque space. So it looks like it's a 30 Torx, which I believe is that one. Yep. Find out in a minute because it won't fit. So the important thing here is don't mix the screws up, and as you're pulling them out, just check they are all the same. And as soon as they're different, you're going to need to mark them up or store them in the respective holes. They're the same. I'm hoping this is going to be like stripping down a Land Rover Defender, because it looks like it's made like that. It's a, bottom line is it's a van, it's not a luxury vehicle, even though it's a luxury vehicle. You can tell by the orange peeling on the paint there. It made me wonder why people don't complain about this. Now these are you know, some of these vehicles are north of 130,000 based on this cab chassis, and yet, you know, that paintwork and some of the trim is a bit ropey. Right, as before with the BMW, we'll put all the stuff out of the way in there as we take it off. So we are following the instructions. So it says remove bottom door pocket, and then it says take that off. So it says do it with a screwdriver, but because I'm not a heathen and this is predominantly aimed at, so I could use that, but we are going to use something out of the prying kit. Looks like somebody's already been in there. There'll be a sweet spot where you can get under it. And it says it goes up that way, so I was probably in the right place, but just needed to move it round to the side. It says it needs to go up. Not showing much. Oh, it's starting to go. I'll just get the bloody screwdriver on it. It says lift upwards, I think it does come from here out. Well, I cannot see it. After the performance we just had with the BMW, I do not want to break it. Oh, there we go. Something's given way on one side anyway. Right, so actually it probably wants us to do, there we go. Right, so that's interesting. So on the instructions it hasn't got these on, so I might have to take them off, which is always fun. We might drop, okay. We might be able to just wriggle it out. There we go. All the tang's intact. Yeah, right. So actually it didn't want to go up, it wanted popping out here and taking over, so that might be an interesting one to get back in. We might have to pry that off. I really don't want to take them off, because that's it, that's the piece of work, getting that off. There's one set of screws there, and I think there's one other screw somewhere, and then it's all studs all the way around, but this stuff's really flimsy. So we've got one there. We've I think we're recording, yeah, right. We've got a few screws to take out, and I just want to make sure that we put them back in the right place. So we're going to draw a little picture. This is the left hand door, and we're going to draw, I'm assuming it's just this bit we're taking off, so right, what we will do is stab, shove. That wasn't very good, was it? Made the hole a bit too big. Right, so as we take the screws off, we'll make a hole in here and put the screws in. Now I know there's some behind there as well, because that's where the speaker is. There's some there, 1, 2. There's 1, 2 there, so that's 1, 2. see what their pos is. So we'll undo them with a Phillips. So you can tell that's a Phillips because you can't see any of the little filaments. It's just got 4 filaments. It hasn't got a smaller filament in between. And if you look at a screw head, and it's got the cross, and then there's some small indents marked out there, that's to tell you it's a posi drive. If it looked like that without them on, that would be a Phillips, and if it looked like that with 1 dot stamped into it next to it, that's the JIS, Japanese Industry Standard. And if you try and undo a Japanese Industry Standard with a posi drive or a Phillips, you will just strip it. So shove that one in now, so that's safe. Another one down. What does it say to undo next? So it says to prise the window lock mechanism out. I'm going to get my little pry valve. Which side are they doing it from? Switch side. This might be a blade job, this one. We'll find a thinner one. It's a bit too chunky. The thinner one. So I can get under. Goes under. We might have to use a thin bladed screwdriver on that one. I don't really want to, but what we'll do is we'll try and do best of both. There we go. That's it. Suitably awkward to get out. Right, so there's another one behind there. There's also something. What is a 30 torques bit? That one's tight. I've spun the tool out then. So again, that's another different thread, screw. That one's behind the door. Chuck it all over. That one's behind the door handle. What's next? So there should be a little screw. Oh, right. There is actually a tab for you to insert your screwdriver in with this one. So probably don't feel so bad about doing it. There we go. And a bit for the back. How many have we got to take out here? 2 more screws to remove. stop to look, see if you were still recording. Right, so these two go there and there, very close together. That's a jaunty angle. I'm better off just taking that off so it doesn't get damaged. There we go. Go for the bits box. Guessing that must come off. Maybe like that. Speaker. Next. There we go. I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to be like that. You see that? Pretty sure that that is not supposed to be there like that. I'm pretty sure that is supposed to be there. Yeah, you can see it's actually damaged the speaker. Anyway, it's got to come out. So because we had Aussie drive bits last time, we've got Phillips this time for consistency. No, we haven't. We've got Aussie. Shut up, Mark. Let's see if we could pick. Where's that one go to? It doesn't. Stood in your way. So the speakers, and I've got 1, 2, 3. I think that's possibly all of the screws there. I'm assuming this needs to come off, so we will. Remove that. 4 ohms, 20 watts. So in theory this should come off now. He says. Let's have a look at the instructions. Right, so there's a couple more to pop off on this side around here. And then up we go, and it should just come off. Of course we're having the same problem again because we've got this thing here that right, they've not mentioned anything about how you remove that, so we'll just hang that down out of the way. Right. So what do we need to remove? It's not clear. That? No, this. That needs to come off next. Right, just say leave that hand to hang down. And it says pop these off. Now I'm going to use this trim thing because you can't actually see that bit because it's behind. It's behind there. So that's making it really nice. So we'll get the spadey bit in. Come on. Well, we're doing well with these. Not one of them's come out yet properly. I'm assuming there's another one behind here. The problem is because it's recessed slightly, you can't get the nice spreader bar tool that you're supposed to use. Right. There's the rest of them then. Aha, we actually got one out. Didn't get that one out. What's your nettles? Well, reasonable success. Right, the thing I was worried about, actually we're all right apart from that one there. Wait, because these are actually ripping through the card because they're twisted in. It looks like we've got most of them out without damaging the actual backing card. So we're just going to pop out the rest of these now. I've popped a few already. Make you jump a bit, like before. You just want to collect the felt pads that go behind them so you don't lose them. That's an awkward one. No, that one's not coming out. Let's go and find a replacement for that one. that should be all the foam pads counted for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that one I can't get out. Not too concerned about that because it's behind there. Right, so what do we need to do now? I suspect we need to peel back this membrane. Oh, I can see it. Looks like a 10 mil. 9 mil. 10 mil. Not deep enough sockets. Dig, 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 dig. Let's give the mother ship one. Oh no, it does go just. Ta-da! Not there. Right, we've done that one. Apparently that's all that holds it on. That's no wonder they're easy to break into. What is there? Now to remove the top knot. When you look through this axle, you'll see the third knot. So apparently there's 2 other knots. Well, I can see them. Right, so we need to move this out of the way. It might have been a better idea if we could have got the window down. Could have slung this over there, out of the way. The trick is with this is not to wreck it when you pull it off. So I'm just going to pause you while I So that's popped out now, so we need to know where that's gone. Right. we're back. Oh yeah, back. Right, we've gently peeled that back with a blade, and much swearing. Brilliant. This is where I drop the flipping thing under. Nope, not risking that. I'll have to go and get a deep socket up for a screwdriver on it. Let's see if I can find a better socket. I don't think we've got one. There we go. So I'll drop this now. No. Just have to bite the bullet. Oh! Now all I've got to do is just try and get these off without dropping them. Because the last thing we want is a bolt in the bottom of the door. Oh, I didn't like that. Oh, did I not like that? That's it, all the bolts are now out. What do we have to do? We have to unhook something. Popping the cable out from the retaining bracket. Of course you do that and that's holding this up, but it does now mean I can, no, I can't shift that. That's not attached to that, I thought it was. Let's take you around to show you what we've been up to around here. So that's now off. That was hooked in, we'll just pop that out. Sorry, you didn't get much of a good shot of that. And that's the, so it's clipped in that one, because on that one it's the, pull that. So what they are doing when they are punching through, it'll be on the other one, there'll be a locking mechanism as well on this. And they are punching through and hitting that. Or they're going for the back of this. Possible. Who knows? But anywho. So apparently there is one of these for each side. Sharp blade. We do love a sharp blade. back of plate, front, driver's front. So you would think that this one then is passenger front. Passenger front. So these will have been laser cut. Oh yeah, you can see. Oh, very nice. So this pay attention, goes over there and it sits snug. So this is a slight change to the original ones that they detail, because it's got that extra lip that goes under there. So that goes on like that. So I think we glue this in. Oh, don't shut. I don't think you would shut anyway. Right, so I'm just going to have a quick read. You can have a rest. Right, can you see me? Right, so we just put some silicone behind here so it keeps the water out, and I think it bonds it to the door as well. So it's important that this bead is uninterrupted. I'll make sure we've got some extra in there as well. That's it. Oh. Good idea, just to make sure we get all the dust and crap out of this. There's nothing stuck behind the plate when we put it on. There we go. Back in a rolling Moho. You're still recording? Yep. Doesn't actually say how to do this, so I'm not entirely sure how you do this. I'm guessing that that just rests on top of there, and then hopefully everything's all good. So far so good. Just removing the excess silicone. So it does look like we've got a good bond all the way around. Yeah, had to go back in because you didn't remind me I'd not hooked up the cable. Hence why there's a lot more silicone over the side than I planned. So what I'm trying to do is get as much off of my finger as possible, because this stuff's awful. If you've ever done stuff around your bathroom, it gets everywhere. So if I can get as much off as possible, in the toolbox, and we can buff the rest of it off with this, because it will wipe off if you catch it soon enough. We don't need any showing, so it's because it's not like we need to It's all about stopping water getting trapped behind it, so it's not about making a nice finish, it's just about flush. Get one last buff, because you can guarantee the inspector, when she comes, will spot any silicone I've left on the bodywork at 300 yards. That's it. In we go. We're recording now. Right, not sure when you stopped. The camera decided to pack in. I think the battery was flat, even though it wasn't saying it. So as per the other one, these are self-tappers, so just feel it till it drops in. That's it, we got it. Speaker. Wiring was at the top. I'm going to try and make sure it doesn't get trapped this time. Speaker screws. Oh, that's sticking nearer. See that one. Right, put the cover on that. Make sure that's tucked up out the way this time. Door handle. That's it. Door handle in. Big screw. So we'll find out whether we're going to take the blind off. So in case I didn't explain these very well earlier, do I? These are a blind that you can pull across. Makes it a bit more private at night. Makes it stops your window. Well, to a certain extent, stops your windows from steaming up. When it's really cold outside, you still need a blanket over your thermal window cover over. Just got them 2 to put in and 1 more. Ah, why didn't you tell me? Back. I missed the minor drama. I forgot to put the screw in before I put the door wind, the window winder mechanism in. So I'll take it back out again. And of course it's got a really flaky back in again. We do it right because we do it twice. Right, last ones. Yeah, we'll go back around the other side and see what a flipping mess it looks like. Well, not quite last ones, I forgot. Still got the door pocket to put back on. Last ones for this panel anyway. You're watching this because this is actually going well. We got it back under. I'm sure we can get it back in as well. There we go. That's it. I wasn't looking forward to that one. Shut it. I've got the keys. Right, anyway. I think that is it apart from this. Yes, no. And that's it. Let's go and check what's going off around here. Should have checked it earlier, some more has squirted out. That's a good I did check. I'll just bring you back now. We've cracked on with the next door. It's getting a bit warm out here, so the camera was overheating, so I've just quickly done all this. Do you know what? It was a lot quicker the second time around, because you know how the clips pop off. Still struggling to get these clips off here. I can't believe I've just done that. Yeah, don't let them touch, because they instantly glue back together again. Took it under there, that took away. So I've just got to take the door handle off. Now there is something in here that says that we need to cut a... Oh, they're not buggers, they did make it in as well. That's interesting. So I don't know if you can see that. They did actually make it in. They broke through the bottom, but they didn't get the alarm off. That's interesting. Right. So what they tried to do is they tried to smash through there and then break the back of the lock off and pull that down, and then it releases the catch and turns the alarm off, because all this is hooked up to the alarm. So they did actually make it through. Well, I never. That's made a right mess then, hasn't it? Right. So looks like I have to go to hammer that back down. I'll bring you back in a bit. Right, sorry, we skipped a bit there. It was getting really hot and I just needed to crack on with it. I repaired all the damage that was done and touched it up with some black paint, which, to be honest, I should have brought you back for that bit. With silicone round that's in. I've straightened all the lock mechanism out that was all bent. I've straightened the door panel out that was all bent. We've got the metal plate on the inside of there. I've just got to put some gaffer tape over these cuts I've made in the damp-proof membrane. And then all we've got to do is just put all the door cards back on, and then job's a good one. We can close this one up. So most of these came off in one piece. So this can go back on now, I think. Not really questioning myself now. I've had things on and off that many times. I think that's all of them. So this one on next. The bungee setup was a lot better on this one. I put it over the door and kept it well out of the way. It made life a lot easier. So we've just got to try and squeeze this down the back of here like we did last time. Make sure that they go in. Make sure that one's gone in. Alright, so I've got some cables to shift out of the way, but I've been on the wrong side. So the speaker cable should come through the top. And that one comes through the top, so yeah, that's dragging out. So that's them, and that's the speaker cable, so that's okay, that's where it should be. They just need screwing in. That needs screwing in. I think that is in. Screws in the bottom there. Let's get that screw in there next. See what we're doing. I do hope we got that. these in. Go on in there this time, don't forget it, like we did last time. Right, so that's that one in, need them two in. This time we will put all the screws in before we put any of the trim pieces back. Screw, 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 screw. What next? Speaker. Oh. You might think it'd be easy to put that in afterwards because it's blocking the screw, but really hard to get it in. Do these up with a posi drive. Another idea. The size of them. Make sure they're done up nicely. Right. I think that's it. We can throw the bits back on this one. Never found the missing clips. I'm assuming the clip was never there to be found. Goes in there. I think that goes in there like that. That hooks under there. Go. And for a piece behind there now. There. Stick this one in as soon as I've got it in my hand. Just make sure that that cable's where it should be. Save that one. This one next. That's in. Have we got any further? So I didn't got the other one. Doors open somewhere. locked. Unlocked. Just check it locks with the key. Yep. Everything looks like it's working. That's it. Just the bucket's gone in now. Yeah, I could have sworn all the screws fell out. Oh, it's nice. You know what, it might be time for a haircut. Yeah, they do fit from that side. One. Nearly there. Spinning riv, not then. Right, hopefully that's the last time I'll have to have this bloody door panel off. Oh, I'm starting to get sick of taking them off. Right, hopefully you're paying attention there. Right then, I think that is a good one. We'll call that a wrap. So, oh, nearly, you don't need to tell me. That's what was missing. The difficult one. That's it. Bit of whack one. Right, I think job is a good one this time. Got these. Last test. Ooh. Well, they look a bit better. I did also touch on, I don't know if you can see it. Well, if you can't see it, that's the whole point. So where they stuck the screwdriver up, it starts about there. And I've touched it up with a very, very fine brush and some. Well, it's a very, very fine brush. It's not a very fine brush now. It's a very solid brush. But just touched it with some in black enamel. Can't see it. There's a couple of the chips around the edge of the door as well that were down there. I think where somebody caught it with a ring, previous owner. So that looks a bit better now, doesn't it? They'll not get over and they'll not get through anymore. So let's try it. Ooh. Cool. Call that a win. Right, as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I will try and get more car stuff on. we just seem to be rather overloaded with bikes. Not these bikes, unfortunately. The Vespa there, the Piaggio 50cc Zip, that needs something doing to it. It's a little bit underpowered even for a 50. It's not bogging down or anything. It can pull the skin off a custard, to be honest. But hopefully we'll be out on that tomorrow. Nice run, first run at season. I've been out here a few times, but it'll be the first ride out we're doing. That's with Ducati Martin. Let's now have a quick look at the other side. Yep, that looks alright. Cool. Just got to put it back, close everything up, put the millions of security devices back on it, and then off we go. That window hanging out. Right, it's fine. Oops. Don't need to be stealing that top. Because they will steal these, they're worth a lot of money. Right, so as again, thank you. Like and subscribe. Remember, I do have another channel, Try Fit Coaching. So if you are into bikes, push bikes and triathlons or cycling, I am a level 3 British triathlon coach as well. So I will be putting some more stuff on there. And as I say, if you've got anything that needs fixing or you want to ask advice on anything, just hit me up. I'll bring it round. Company's Bring Doncaster. Right, so enough waffle. That's it, job's a good one.